Hey guys, um, today I thought we would talk about self-esteem because I think that is something that a lot of people struggle with, is just having really low self-esteem. And it seems like when people have low self-esteem, sorry, my dog's just kind of playing in the background, so that's what's going on there. But anyway, when people have low self-esteem, they have low self-worth, which causes them to put up with things or people that are not the healthiest or that are not good for them. But if they don't value themselves, they put up with that kind of stuff. So if that sounds like you, I hope that you can get something out of this video. So self-esteem, it can't come from anyone else. It has to come from you and what you truly believe. So if you truly believe that you're worthless, or you're ugly, or whatever it is, no matter how many people tell you you're not worthless, oh, you're pretty, it's not going to matter. It has to come from within you. So how do you get that if you don't have it already? Some people are just naturally super confident and they have really high self-esteem, but others, they don't, and it's something they have to work for, and they have to change some things in order to achieve that self-esteem. So today I thought we would talk about values, because I think a lot of times values kind of go hand in hand with self-esteem or low self-esteem, or high self-esteem. But today we're mostly going to be focusing on just the low self-esteem, because I feel like that has a lot more pull on people, and it can affect them more negatively than high self-esteem does. So basically, values. If you think of your values, what do you think of? Maybe being wealthy, maybe spending a lot of time with your family, faithfulness, friendship, leisure, things like that, trust. Those are values. If you don't know what yours are, I would encourage you to do some soul searching, maybe some meditating or prayer, whatever, and find out really what your true values are. The second thing, after you've come up with your list of values, you can write them down or keep them in your head or whatever is easiest for you. I personally would encourage you to write them down, just because when you write things down, it helps your brain slow down, and then you have a visual, and you can see everything that you have put down. And you don't have to try to remember so many things. So I'd encourage you to make a list and write those things down. And then pick out some or all that you feel like you're not truly living. So if one of my things is, one of my values is spending a lot of time with my family, but I'm working 80 hours a week, there's a disconnect there. That's not gonna, you can't spend a lot of time with your family if you're working 80 hours a week or 90 or whatever it is. Same thing if my value is trust or honesty, but I'm lying to people that are close to me, there's a disconnect. And that disconnect can really cause low self-esteem if you're not living your values. So I would encourage you to come up with the values you feel like you're not living, and then come up with a way, make a plan to what you can do to change so that you can live those values. And then once you have achieved that, and of course it's not going to happen overnight, not going to happen in a year. I mean, it might take quite a bit of time, and you might have to make some really hard decisions. If you're dating somebody and you always say that you want to be loyal or faithful, but then you're cheating on them, you might have to come clean about that. You might have to break it off with that other person. But I think truly once you reach and you feel like you're living your values, that will help with higher self-esteem. The other thing that I think a lot of people don't think about is kind of readjusting your values. And that doesn't mean to readjust them so you can continue living some, crappy thing that you're doing. It just means, that sometimes things have to change. So if your values are to spend a lot of time with family, kind of like what we talked about, but you're working a whole bunch, but you need to work to pay bills, something you could do to work towards that goal of spending more time with your family could be maybe to switch jobs, Maybe get rid of some things you like. I mean, you might have to get rid of satellite TV. You might have to downgrade to flip phones instead of smartphones. Things like that. I mean, there's going to be some really tough decisions that you have to make, but in the long run, it really will benefit you. So that's my spiel on self-esteem. There's tons more stuff that I have on there, but I thought today we would just focus on values. So if you have any questions, leave me a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks, guys. I hope you have a wonderful weekend.